Let me show you something.
Welcome back to Culture Clash Reactions. It's me, Fen.
It's me, Akasha.
How's everyone doing today? Hope everybody is well. On today's video, actually, I feel like we should probably quickly just recap who and what we are. I feel like we should do that sometimes because you do get new subscribers every day. My name's Fen.
My name's Akasha.
Hi, Akasha. I'm half British and half Libyan. I know it's a weird mix.
I'm American.
My lovely
Through and
lady
through.
here is American, and she comes from a Czechoslovakian background.
Yes.
So that's why, hence Culture Clash Reactions, hence the 4 flags you see in the intro. Anyway, that's that done. Back to the video, back to more important pressing stuff. Today, babe, we're gonna do.
Is this a serious video?
No,
Oh.
it's not. No, it's a good laugh.
Okay.
Today we're gonna do Top Gear's most offensive moments.
Okay.
How much do you know about Top Gear?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. But you must have heard of Top Gear because it was one of the biggest shows in the world, not just in the UK, globally. It was one of the biggest ones. I think at one point it was the biggest show in the
I
world.
don't think so.
Well, anyway, it's big in America as well.
Maybe I just don't.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not into cars.
Oh, I've heard of the show actually.
Right, it's all about cars, and it's all about them just, like, it's just like 3 grown, like, middle-aged men who have got some personality and some charisma, and they are funny. People like to hate on them, but they are funny.
Yeah.
Particularly Jeremy Clarkson. He's kind of like the leader. He's kind of like the head presenter. A lot of people.
Because he's the funniest, the most charismatic.
Well, and he really doesn't give a fuck, I think, as well, which eventually got him fired from the show. His not giving a fuckness. But that's for another time to discuss. I can't even remember why he got fired. I think he punched somebody. Doesn't matter. These guys were they didn't give a fuck. They really didn't. And and that's why I think why they resonated to people. They were just 3 blokes who loved cars and they had some good banter.
Are they American?
No, they're British.
Oh, okay.
All 3 are British, but as I say, the show was global.
Okay.
And even if you're not into cars, you could watch it.
Right.
They got in trouble a lot for being really politically incorrect, right? But that was kind of part of the charm of the show, and another reason why, as much as like these people who run the world now don't want it to be, unfortunately things that are like offensive are the most entertaining and funny. Even though they're not offensive, we're all just joking, we're having a laugh, chill out. But you know, we've had this discussion on obviously previous videos. But yeah, eventually they did get fired and they did their own show, and I think they even did better afterwards. But the point is, Top Gear's most offensive moments, they love taking the piss out of Americans as well, so that should be fun for me. And
Used to it.
You're used to it on this channel and in our private life.
Not offended.
And so yeah, should we get into it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So what news have you got then, James, this week?
Well, actually, I've got some news from Korea.
You can't tell, can you, that Top Gear's just been sold in Korea?
No.
Well, I don't think there's any evidence. I think we're smoothing this one out nicely.
It's not showing.
Hello, you industrious little fellows.
That's got him on side. Well done. It's not like we've ever upset anyone.
I know. Well, there was the vicar whose trio rammed in the Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah,
and
there was.
everyone in Wales, and everyone in Birmingham, and everyone in America. Yep. Now, it's unlikely to be here because everyone does 5. It's not going to be here because everyone's on drugs. It's all just full of ox. Al Gore says that's gone, so it's not going to be down there. That's full of spiders. Signposts here are all full
That's
of
all spiders.
They're all communists. Can't go there because the Americans will shoot you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just summed up the world in 10 seconds. That's full of spiders. Can't go there. Americans will shoot you.
No, thank you. All right.
Well, thank you.
Sadly, though, this was also too much for the US government.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys are doing the documentary.
Oh, it is a documentary. It's not like a fooling around show. No, it's a serious show.
Jeremy's sincerity wasn't convincing, and his hand gestures didn't help either.
Shut up, you goddamn Frenchy, cheese-eating surrender monkey.
Yep.
So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia...
What did he say?
Shut up, you goddamn Frenchy, cheese-eating surrender monkey.
Who
So
is
if
he
you're watching
talking
this in
about?
Saudi
Don't know.
Arabia... Time to break out your camel.
It's back to carpets for you.
Because I owned a motorbike after that, Jeremy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a Motor Gazette.
I didn't know you were homosexual.
Yes. Most of my songs are about you.
Can I just say,
What?
you look like a gay cowboy and you look like a gay terrorist.
No, you look like a terrorist with a broken windscreen wiper, and your face is ridiculous. We should do a car that's
That is kind of funny though.
That's a good one. I like that one. And you look like a gay terrorist. That's brilliant.
that's quintessentially German.
Well, just replace the spoons with little sausages in
No,
clips.
no. Give it trafficators that go like that.
Oh my god.
He knew it was coming.
Sat nav that only goes to Poland. I'm fan belts that will last for 1,000 years.
Don't give a shit. You can tell.
I think so.
This is going to be America. Oh no.
I just thought it would be nice for them to arrive back in the country the way their ancestors left.
There's a pleasing circularity to this.
Exactly.
That is thoughtful.
Why would you want a Mexican car? Because cars reflect national characteristics, don't they? So German cars are sort of very well built and ruthlessly efficient. Italian cars are a bit flamboyant and quick. Mexican cars just going to be a lazy, feckless, flatulent open that stops, leaning against a fence asleep, looking at...
You can see why people were just like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
because there's a fine line between there's
Being funny and then
like
just
because you
trying to
can be an
shocking.
aggressive funny and
Right.
like which is still funny, but then there's like a shocking where it's like not
You're
really
just
funny
trying-
because
you're
you're
just trying to
trying
be
way
shocking.
too hard.
Right.
Yeah, like it's not you know what I mean? Like quick witty is funny, but
I think it came
sometimes
to
it's a little bit
Clarkson
too much.
most naturally. I think it came to him most naturally out of the three.
And I also understand comedy. Sometimes you have to push the boundaries.
Well,
It's
these
not-
aren't comedians, by the way.
No, I know, but they're obviously making jokes or
Right.
trying to make jokes.
Well, that's the thing. They're also trying to make jokes, isn't
Right.
it? When you're not a
They're not,
professional
like,
comedian.
naturally- yeah.
It's a little tricky, but
a cactus with a blanket with a hole in the middle on as a coat.
It's interesting because they can't do food, the Mexicans, can they? Because it's all like sick with cheese on it.
Refried sick.
Yeah, refried sick.
I'm sorry, but just imagine waking up and remembering you're Mexican.
It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant because you could just go straight back to sleep again. Oh, I'm a Mexican. I got
All I'm going to do all day.
That's why we're not going to get any complaints about this, because the Mexican embassy.
All right, pause it for a second.
Go on.
Control of this.
I got to stand up for the Mexicans here.
go on.
Because
They're the most hardworking.
I mean, when you in America,
Right.
at least I don't know about in other places where they get these,
I'm
but
trying
like
to, yeah, I'm trying to think. 'cause,
when
like,
you go, they are always busting their ass. Like
Well, that's what I
whether
mean.
they're like they have their own business, whether
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
construction, because you see a lot of Mexican construction workers. That's just
right,
like,
right.
dude, they're
That's
busting
what I
their
was
ass.
looking at it, going, I don't know where they got that stereotype
like,
from.
like that's the
Because
thing.
stereotypes are funny, but I don't.
Right, but I
I'm
don't know where that
Mexican.
one came
I don't know
from.
where that one came from.
Like
'Cause,
the
yeah,
food one,
we-
all right, cool, but
We live in
Mexicans
America.
bust their ass, you know.
Mexicans work, bro.
Yeah.
They work and they're like on time and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And they're generally good people too. Like I've never met a Mexican like that. I haven't like.
We don't have many Mexicans here because we're in Florida.
We have
but
a lot of Mexicans. Here,
Not
baby.
really. We're mainly like Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans.
Well, yeah, but there's still a lot
We're
of
not really-
Mexicans here.
I've not met that many Mexicans here.
You haven't been here very long.
I've been here almost 3 years, bitch. Let's
I
move
like
on.
Mexicans, okay?
They won't complain, because this is a hard job, and I'm not just saying this to win favour with lorry drivers. It's a hard job. Change gear, change gear, change gear, check your mirrors, murder a prostitute, change gear, murder. Check your, that's a lot of effort in a day. That is a proud moment.
Murder a prostitute.
But there's a slope on it.
You're right. It's definitely higher on that side.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
If you're thinking of
I
coming
didn't
to
know that.
America, this is what it's like. You got your Comfort Inn, you got your Best Western, you got your Red Lobster where you eat. Everybody's very fat, everybody's very stupid, and everybody's very rude.
See, that's another one.
Go on.
Americans aren't
Go
really
on,
rude.
jump in, babe.
No. At first, I was like, okay, a lot of us are fat.
There is
Obesity
Best
is a
Westerns
problem.
everywhere. There is Red
All
Lobsters
I was like,
everywhere.
all right, this is
That
obviously
looks
America.
that looks like
That's
outside.
like every.
That literally looks like
That looks like every stop when we go on a road trip, literally. But
Right.
but now when he says they're all rude.
Yeah. That's.
I don't think that's a
don't think so either.
stereotype
I
of
think
Americans. The
Americans are
stupid,
quite
fat.
friendly.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
but like.
But generally quite friendly.
It's not the holiday programme, it's the truth. He
He got in trouble for this one though. Did you?
Well, all I saw was N-word, so I'm sure that
Windy squirrels, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
you can't be saying that shit.
Tallest race on earth now, the Dutch. Officially. Mind you, they do take a lot of drugs.
Isn't that crazy though?
That's why they like Top Gear.
And I'm not trying. I'm honestly not trying to start a discussion about this. But I just thought about it. Isn't it crazy though that like, even okay, and I guess it's just who it resonates with. But like the Mexican thing, again, we said that we don't really agree with it. The Asian thing, you know. But all of a sudden you dabble into the N-word, and it's like, ooh, he really got in trouble for that one.
Well, yeah, because there's obviously a huge history with that, you know.
Well, I know,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Oh, you're just saying that, like.
Like,
well,
obviously it's gonna.
There is limits. That's the thing.
No, I know.
And that's the one.
But how's making fun of Germans and making fun of Asians and making fun of Mexicans and making fun of black people? Shouldn't it all be equal? Shouldn't it?
No.
Is it just because black people right now, because it's a white person saying it about a black person?
I guess so, and I just guess because
I don't want to get into that because I'm not.
That would need like a podcast episode for us to like talk about.
But you get what I'm saying, like.
I get not yes and no because it's just the unwritten rule. It's just the unwritten rule. It's double standards. I hear what you're saying. It's double standards, but.
Which it's all wrong, by the way. I mean, he shouldn't be saying that. Like, but I'm just saying it's just crazy how like all the other ones were like, oh, but like that one. Maybe it's just because that's the main.
And because you're American, so to you it's closer to home.
I guess.
For us, you know, it's not as big a deal as it is.
I guess.
Over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's crack on.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thinking
so
about
much. That's why they like Top Gear so much. Hello, Dutchie.
Bentley is owned by VW.
Yeah.
That car was styled by a Belgian, and it was engineered by a man called Ulrich Eichhorn. Doesn't sound very British.
Are you presenting Top Gear, or are you writing a letter to the Daily Telegraph?
Well, I'm just saying that you know immediately that that car is German because it's got too much power.
I would love to
They've
hear them
overdone
say
it,
something
as
about
usual.
their own culture. I wonder if they ever do. Like, I wonder if they shit on Brits at all.
I don't know.
Or
I
if
didn't
they're
watch
like
it
those
enough.
like.
Classic point the finger at other people.
Right.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Like they did on their French holiday in 1939.
James, the Queen is German, but
Yes.
you don't sing Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles every time she comes on the television, do you?
Well, I do, actually.
Yeah, he does.
They've nicked our airports, they've nicked all our fish, they've nicked all our building societies, they eat the heads off prawns, they throw donkeys off tower blocks, and they stab cows.
What are they talking about?
think the Spanish.
That is the Spanish. Anybody from Spain here?
Sorry.
Give me my fish back.
I changed from first to third on my pre-selection gearbox, which means technically I short-shifted. When I say short, I don't mean that. I'm not being rude.
You keep saying short, don't you?
No, I meant I short-shifted. I didn't. I wasn't being clever.
Left turn coming up in a hairpin.
You're just telling me things you can see out the window now. You've got a cushion.
Meanwhile, back in PC world...
I didn't mean Jeremy's car was rubbish because it's a midget. I just meant that's what it is. It's an MG midget. I'm sorry.
Honestly, things I'd rather do than drive one of those include presenting next week's show while gently cupping James's scrotum.
And we're off the air in Korea.
Yeah, goodbye, industrious little fellows.
Give me a minute. I'm going to have trouble shifting that vision now. That's...
Anyway,
You're gonna have trouble
we've also
shifting.
been...
There you have it. So, that got you going a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I
not
like
getting
that.
me going.
I
but
know that people. I'm going to tell you, by the way, the comments. She's sensitive, and you know they're Americans that don't like joking. That's going to be the consensus. But
I wasn't even saying.
No. But I'm going to defend you because you're absolutely correct, and maybe that's one of the reasons why eventually. I mean,
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about like just the comments that you were making throughout. You know what I mean? That Brits who be watching this will say it's because you're a sensitive American.
Yeah, of
when
course.
the
they're gonna
reality
say
is that like. Brits are just as sensitive. They just pretend that they're not. They're sensitive in different ways. We haven't got time. We'd have to have like a full podcast hour talk about it. But that's why I like this channel.
How would that make me sensitive if I'm saying that it's not even. Like, it's just not equal.
Oh, on that point, yes, you were right. On the point of, well, why you're not allowed to say the N-word, but you can say everything else.
It's just where we're at in history right now.
Just where we're at, even in the world, in general. And so, the unwritten rule that nobody will say is that you're allowed to shit on anything that's Anglo-Saxon, white, Caucasian. You're allowed to. Same with, like, you know, and I come from obviously a Muslim background. You're allowed to attack Christianity, but you can't attack Islam.
Right.
Okay. It's unwritten
like
rules
the
that nobody
unwritten
wants
thing.
to say, but it's just the way it is. And yes, you're right. It's a bunch of double standards.
I was just thinking about it in the moment because it's just like the whole.
Well,
you know
also,
what I mean?
think he wasn't saying it in like even a jokey term. I mean, it was probably
No, it
unnecessary,
sounded like
you know.
like why'd you have to say it?
You didn't
type
have
thing,
to do
probably.
it, kind of thing. But yeah, no, I'm glad it got the blood flowing, and yes, feel free to join in the discussion. But you know, it was a fun show. And they were
they're
funny.
showing the most controversial
offensive moments. Yeah,
so
they got
of course
some brilliant funny moments as well. But no, I'm glad you brought that up. And yeah, you're right. It is all just double standards, isn't it? That you're not allowed to say. But especially if you're male, white, and straight, you're fucked. You can't. You can't say shit.
Yeah.
You say anything. Oh, you repressive bastard! It's like I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm next to you. I'm
well,
just as broke
that's
as
the
you.
reason why I was, because usually I just watch the videos and kind of watch along. But I think just because this one, like a bunch of the things
stereotypes didn't make
sense to me.
Yeah, Mexicans.
Like, I know
know them
people
as
are gonna say I'm
hardworking.
sensitive because I was like, Americans are nice. Like,
But Americans are nice.
but that's what I'm saying. But the
They're friendly.
stereotype, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The stereotype about Americans is we're overweight because
And
we
you're
are as a
stupid, yeah.
whole. That we're stupid because we've talked about it. We're in a little bubble. But there's not a stereotype that we're mean. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And then like the Mexican one, the other one. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Could have got you going, babe.
Yeah.
It'll get the people going too.
I'm sure.
Bring it on.
They love me in the Bill Burr. Now they're not going to like me because I said something.
Well,
here they don't
no,
like.
because that's the thing. Obviously, people think that we're sensitive. Go through our videos. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously not the case. But also, we want to be fair. You be fair, and I know
of
it's all
course.
joking, and we've probably taken like a fun video and made it serious. But we do like to do
Yeah,
that.
but when
We
you
do like
say
to
things
discuss,
like that, then be ready to. Do you know what I
get
mean?
some
Exactly.
opinion.
Especially just like we said, like he's not a comedian. So like you go to a stand-up show, it's almost like anything goes. Like you're going to a comedy show.
Right.
So you better go in being prepared. Like we went a couple weekends ago and saw Chris D'Elia. I always say Delia. Chris D'Elia live.
He was
Which
awesome.
he was amazing. He did not disappoint. Christmas present to him. I'm the best. Anyway, but there was a guy in front of us that it was like, obviously he was an older white guy. And what? It makes a difference, baby. It makes a difference. It is.
Yeah.
And there were some like really controversial things that Chris D'Elia was saying, even not like targeting white people or whatever. He didn't laugh the entire time. And not even just like he didn't find it funny, but he was like this. Like, why the fuck did you come then? Like, when you go to a stand-up show.
It was strange because Chris D'Elia is a young crowd as well, and he was like 60.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, a show like that is different. If you're going to bring up, like, controversial things and it wasn't. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know.
What? Go ahead and say
No.
whatever you-
I agree. I don't know. It was just because I wasn't a huge fan of the show because I'm not into cars, but I did watch it when it was on. You know what I mean? I wish I had more. You know, usually I have more to give, but I just wasn't. I didn't watch it enough. I didn't know the characters enough, kind of thing.
We're
but
so like off sometimes because like some videos where I can tell like you're really into it and you kind of want like more from me.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say, and then the one time I'm like actually discussing a video, you're like, yeah, I guess I don't really know.
I don't know. Yeah, because I just again like I'm just kind of impartial on it. You know, the whole show and even just like offense in general because you know me, I love offense in general, but has to be funny though.
I'm kind of confused at what the show was.
It was about cars. It was about cars.
That's all that it is.
But
Like they just do, like,
made fun
documentaries and
segments
stuff?
in the show
okay.
where different stuff, or they would even like show off the new cars. Like, hey, or they even recommend they would review cars. Mercedes had a new car, they'd review it.
Mm-hmm.
They had some great information as well.
Yeah.
But they were also known for their banter and things like that.
Interesting.
Anyway, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure you like because I'm really sensitive, and if you don't, I'll be really sad.
She will fucking cry to bed, and I'll have to stroke her hair and feed her grapes.
They don't like me. Fuck.
Usually, maybe they all hate me, so it'll be actually a nice little balance out. Anyway,
That's it.
anything else? Any more thoughts?
Nope.
Good job. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. Till next time. See you later.